Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Houston Astros. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, today's starter has really struggled of late. He's been missing his spots, and hitters are taking advantage.
Boog, and when you're in a slump like this, every little thing feels like it's going against you. He'll look to settle in early and hopefully find that spark again.
First pitch coming your way next. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Christian Javier. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
There's a line drive to left field. One down. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Jackson Chourio.
Well, Boog, you know I love guys that can run, and this guy has great speed. We'll see in this game if he gets a chance to use it. And if he does, I think even you are going to be really impressed because he can really impact the game with his wheels, and you like guys that can score. He's definitely able to do that.
Jackson Chourio, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Two down. There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. And that one is off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So runner at second, two down. And now it's William Contreras. Comes into this one with more homers than anyone in the National League.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big two-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
That one at the knees for a strike.
Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Man on second, two down. And there's a foul ball. Breaks his bat, pops it up. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Now here come the Astros. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Brandon Sproat. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Check swing, went around. Strike one. High fly ball, right field. Bowers takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Now we check out the Astros lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Isaac Paredes.
Well, his teammates keep feeding him, and he keeps on eating. Top 5 in the American League in RBIs, and he's become a go-to guy you want to see at the plate. If you root for this team, he's the guy you want up there with runners on base right now.
Smoked on the ground a second. The throw to first. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. Here's Carlos Correa. Ripped to short. In time to Vaughn. That takes care of Correa. Inning over. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Houston, top of the second, Jake Bowers up now for the Brewers. Bowers went deep in his most recent game.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
That misses. Ball 3. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The 3-1 in for a strike, full count. Hit in the air, left field. Alvarez settles under this one. And there's one down. Out towards right center field. That's out number 2.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Good power, not great in the OBP department. In there, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. That one lifted to left. Alvarez on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied. Back here in Houston. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. Sliced hard but foul. Softly hit to third. In time to Vaughn. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Next offering is fouled back. One now. Tap foul at the plate. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Here's the 0-1. And a foul ball. Popped up. Terang should have this one. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Astros. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Is outside. In the air, right field. Smith under it. One away.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a one-out double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here comes Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike one. And it's second. This one in the air, center field. Cole under it. And there's 2 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. High throw, and he's safe with a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, a high throw just adds a fraction of a second from catching the ball to putting the tag down on the runner. Hard to say for sure if a good throw gets him, but as soon as that one took off from the catcher's hand, there wasn't much of a chance.
Swing and a ground ball. On the run, throw to first. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there, an infield single.
So that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
This is Bryce Terang. Doubled his first time. Chorio, the runner at first with 2 gone.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The 1-1. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a pop-up. Penguin. And that is that. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 1 and the Astros nothing. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Back here in Houston, I'll tell you what, Singy, we documented his recent struggles on the mound, but a great start in this one.
Yeah, looks like a completely different ball player. Relaxed, in rhythm, and totally in control. None of that was there last time out.
First pitch swinging.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Off the plate, ball 1. The 1-0. And a foul ball. Way out front for strike 2. He gets there with the slide. Over to first. And that's a great play for the out. A great sliding stop. I think we need a breakdown from StatCast to fully appreciate the difficulty of that play.
Yeah, Boog, these numbers show how good of a play it actually was. And that sliding catch was difficult enough, and somehow he still managed a great throw to first. What a play.
So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
A little bit low, and that's ball 1. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Terang. And that'll do it. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Astros baseball on the show, Houston. On to extra innings. William Contreras stepping in. You look at where his OPS ranks in the league and think this man's just out here breaking calculators, Singy.
Yeah, it's like he's got cheat codes. Walks, bombs, doubles. He's doing it all.
Pitchers are running out of ideas. He's slugging like every swing comes with a satisfaction guarantee.
Yeah, and if he's not launching it, he's still getting on base. OPS loves that, and so does his agent.
Ripped into right center. Base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
That one fouled off. Off the catcher and rolls away. No advance, though. The 1-1. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. One down. One out man at first. Andrew Vaughn getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Contreras stands at first with 1 out. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cole moving under it, and that is that. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Brewers 1 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Line drive. That's a hit. And that board.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one fouled off. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. To third. He saved the third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Now Correa up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Ground ball could be 2. Flips it. 1 at second. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Outside low. Ball 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We're headed to the 5th. All tied 1-1. Back here in Houston, all set for the start of the inning. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, these Brewers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off. Missed with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it. Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 2-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Yelich stands in now and watches strike one. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 5th. In the air to left center. Alvarez has a beat on it. And that is that. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The underhand flip, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Fouled off left side. Right side. Sends it to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Now at the plate, Cam Smith. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Foul ball. Command has been the issue, no doubt. What are you seeing?
Just too many pitches in the heart of the zone. He's not commanding his pitches and working the edges up and down, in and out, and he's getting hit hard.
Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Activity in the bullpen for the Astros for the first time. Brian Abreu, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Sousa warming up as well. The 0-1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at-bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Takes it in for the out. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Christian Javier is done, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Steven Okert.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And now William Contreras. 1 for 2. Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, right field. Smith flying after this one. Reaches, but can't make the grab. And that keeps the inning alive.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
The lefty, the 1-0. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
Got him swinging. Brewers strand 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. This splits between April and May there.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
The Stros with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Tapped back up the middle. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And that drops in for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Cole, the lead runner at second. Diaz at first with no outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one missed.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher up there on the mound wants to keep attacking. Make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Late on that fastball. drive, and that's a base hit out of left center field. Runner around third. He scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brandon Sproat will depart, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. D.L. Hall gets the call from the pen.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. Runner on the go. Nice stop. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. And that drops in for a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. Ripped on the ground to second, fires over to first. And there's two away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. So they still got both their challenges. On the ground, right side. Over to first. And that will end the inning. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. 7th inning coming up. It's the Astros 3 and the Brewers 1. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Back here in Houston, top of inning number 7, Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. Yeah, that's fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate, so all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. His home and away splits there. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just
swing and a miss, stop him out.
Well, really, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and we're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
The Brewers with the tying run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a miss. Stop him out. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Steven Okert won't go any further. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Brian Abreu.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
David Hamilton, the next to hit. Hamilton having a lot more success on the road this season. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Vaughn off the first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
In the air to left center. And that is that. So a strong showing there from the Houston bullpen. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Astros 3. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Just missed. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
The 1-0. Line drive, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now here is Cam Smith. On the ground to second, might be 2. Here's Ortiz for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Astros 3 and the Brewers 1. This is Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Back here in Houston. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
Fastball for a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Yelich set down on strikes.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. Gets him to chase after that one. And a swing and a miss.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
The Astros up by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
The 2-2. High fly ball lifted into air right field. Smith takes it in for the out. 2 away now. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brian Abreu gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Astros go to the pen, and here comes Bennett Sousa.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Bryce Terang now at the plate. 1 for 3.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. That's 50 stolen bases for him this year.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Sousa checks the runner, and he's back in on a dive. Runner goes again. Swings, and he breaks his back. Gets it to first, and that will end the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Abner Uribe.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
That one close, ruled the ball, and the count is 2-0. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Grounds one to short. Low throw, and he can't hang on to it.
Just not enough on that throw to get it all the way across the infield in the air, and unfortunately, he didn't get the bailout he needed over there at first.
Cole. Aboard here at first with nobody out. Just missed. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. His 7th home run of the season. And they boost their lead. It's 5-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it.
When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
So back to the top of the order. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. Going to really have to bear down.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And a man aboard. And here comes Carlos Correa. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's in for a strike. Man at first, one away. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Struck him out looking. Correa wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And that one was indeed a strike. One challenge remaining for them now.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ortiz there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. 2-run shot for the Astros this inning. Last chance coming up for the Brewers. Back here in Houston. All set to start the 9th in this one. Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers. Activity in the bullpen. Ronel Blanco, the young right-hander, up and throwing. King, the lefty, warming up as well. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Here's the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. That's off the mark. Ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Next for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That's to third. Correa. Over to Altuve. It's safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Bennett Sousa done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitch. Ryan King into the game. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Runner takes off, pitches high. Throw there. Safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they...
And that one is lifted in the air. He pulls it down. Ball game. And the Astros take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Houston Astros. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. And today's starting pitcher, Spencer Arrighetti. What's the word on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that
I'm going to be looking for in this one, does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. See you later. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Next for the Brewers, Garrett Mitchell. And he grounds one to the right side. Matthews slings to first. One pitch and one out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, David Hamilton.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit right now. I mean, he knows it. His team knows it. Everybody in the stands knows it, but they need him to turn it around. You know, I'm told he's putting in some extra work in the cages, as he should be doing. So we'll see if he can break out right here. Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike two. And that one hammered, carrying well. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Andrew Vaughn now.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
He's trying for third, pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Got a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal third base.
Sacrifice fly, and they lead by 2.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Brewers 2 and the Astros nothing. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Jacob Misiorowski. What do we have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at bat.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Freeland drifts towards it. Takes it in for the out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
In the air, right field. And that's the inning. Astros are down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here in Houston, all set for the start of the inning. Gary Sanchez up now for the Brewers. And the sweeper catches the plate. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And the strike is overturned after review. So they still got both their challenges. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
This one in the air, right field. Way back there. And a foul ball. That's off the inside corner. Full count now. On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Singy, it was tough to tell in live action if the ball actually beat him, and it looks like they want some time to review it.
Yeah, we'll get another look up here too. And you know, they called him out on the field, but it just might be worth the challenge. And
that one way inside. Popped up. Pena settles underneath it. 2 down. David Hamilton getting ready to hit. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. That's a little bit low. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. 2 down, nobody on. A big swing and a miss.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early. Ball 1.
The 1-2. And they'll do it again. Next one misses. Ball 2. And there's a ball. That one lifted to left. Alvarez on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Brewers go down quietly. They're up 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits on the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
Fought off foul. Late on that fastball.
Ooh, Baez. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
This one in the air. Vaughn. And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Cam Smith will hit next.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Has room, and he makes the catch. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Houston, top half of the 3rd inning, Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's a 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Well, Boog, the biggest storyline coming in is just how hot he's been at the plate. Today's no different. Already producing. He's a true X factor.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat. Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab. That was an impressive run and catch out there, Chris. StatCast tells us he covered well over 100 feet to make that grab.
Clearly, that was not an easy play. I mean, he took a great angle for the ball and just had enough closing speed in the tank after that long run to make the catch. It was a wild ride, but a lot of fun to watch. He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Late with the swing there. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
So runner at second, 2 down. This is Bryce Terang. A double and a run scored his first time up. Fastball for a strike. Runner takes off. Pitches low. In there safely.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner on the go. Pitch outside. Throw to second, and great jump. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And it's second. Out towards right center field. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Diaz matched a homer in his last game. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. Now a screamer into the outfield. Takes it in for the out.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Outside low, ball one. Loperfido in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. That one misses. Ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And that's in for a strike. 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
1 down. Bryce Matthews up next for the Astros. Swing and a ball popped up. 2 away now. Flied to right his first time.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That one at triple digits. Terang gets him easily, ends the inning. So the Astros lead 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in Houston, on to the 4th, Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
This one in the air, center field. And there's 1 down. Foul ball. Yo one.
That's the ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Next to hit, Sal Frelick. 0 for 1 so far. In the air to left center. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away.
Back-to-back singles. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Spencer Arrighetti is done, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. Number 46 on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
0-1. The Brewers trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. Next offered in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
First and second, one out. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. He's 0 for 1. Strike one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Coming around third is Frelick. One run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Another steady performance at the plate today after riding a hot streak, Boog. His consistency in the box has been impressive.
Gap shot should score at least 2. One run is in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. And in its second with an RBI double.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Move to second. Yelich dives back in. Man at second. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Yelich flies around third. Cut off, throw to third. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
So man aboard next for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run. When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
2-0. And it's fouled away. Mitchell takes his lead at third with one away. Now a pop-up on the infield. Correa takes it in for the out. And there are two down. That one fouled off. The 0-1. Swing and he popped it up. Lopez. And that'll do it. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. And midway in the fourth, it's the Brewers 8 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, bottom of the inning.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Alvarez in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Good job to fight that one off.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Brush to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. And Air Jordan leaves the yard. His 13th home run of the season, and they're on the board. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Brew, again. He just kept taking his cuts, finally squared one up. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
A dive, he's got it. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
Zach Cole up next for the Astros. First time up was a pop out. That one at triple digits. Man at first, one away. In the dirt. Swinging a ground ball, and that's just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. That's out number 2.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him. Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one the other way. That is the inning. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ryan King.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score. Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat. And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
Foul ball there. The Brewers up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one catches the zone. That is strike 2. Sanchez not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge, and it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man on second, 2 down.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Got him. Third out. Milwaukee leads 1, and it remains an 8-1 game. We head to the bottom of the fifth. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings through that one for strike two.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. He goes down looking. Diaz thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
That one ripped, but foul. And a swing and a miss.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's 4 strikeouts.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Matthews in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fastball for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Sets him down looking. The big righty strikes out the side. Nothing doing there for Houston. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Joey Ortiz now at the plate. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That one misses, and it's 3-2. Got him swinging. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Even the hottest hitters can't win them all. He finally cools off for a moment. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Ryan King done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. A new arm into the game, the righty, Angel De Los Santos.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers. De Los Santos, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Fastball gets the corner at the knees. Mitchell wants another look at the called strike. Gets a challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they're now out of challenges. Struck him out looking. It's the Brewers 8 and the Astros 1. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. Swings, fouls it off, and he breaks his bat. To the right side. Vaughn steps on the bag. One away, bottom of the 6th. Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Siggy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And he's limited the damage so far. Nothing too bad. Might stick with this approach.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell should have this one. And there's 2 away. Now Correa up to hit. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one in triple digits. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Ball 1, no strikes. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to second, and that's a nice play to end the inning. It's the Brewers 8 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ronel Blanco up and throwing. Okert also getting ready. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And the next pitch is way outside. just missed. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous.
Runner on the go. There's the ball. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. Swing and a ball popped up. Low Perfido. One down. Now here's Jake Bauers.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets him to chase after that one. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one just misses. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Swings through that high fastball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Outside with a breaking ball. In the air, left field. And that is that. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Brewers 8 and the Astros 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
No, that's down.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He did right there.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Way out front for strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Steven Okert.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Gets under and pops it up. Pena under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
swings over the top of that one. Out to short, Pena. Slinging it to first in time. Two outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. First pitch misses. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. That one missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Struck him out without a swing. He battled for a long time. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. New pitcher now, Aaron Ashby.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The 1-2. Just misses with that one.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Singy, it looked like he might have beat it in real time, but that play was really close, so they want to take another look.
Yeah, this is a tough decision to make, Boog, and it feels like it could go either way, but it might be worth a challenge if there's any doubt at all.
Now here is Jeremy Pena down and away for ball one. Matthews at first, one gone. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying onto the balcony and gone. See you later.
It can be pretty dangerous when you fall behind in the count 2-0. You've still got to try to find a way to keep that hitter off balance. Well, he wasn't able to do it there. The hitter did a nice job of turning that pitch around, not missing it in a hitter's count.
for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Here's Carlos Correa.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Swings and fouls one off.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Got him. Breaking ball clips the outside edge. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Chop to first, but it kicks foul. Nice grab. Goes to second with it, and they get the out. Two-run shot for the Astros this inning. It's now 8-3. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ronel Blanco.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. That one's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. Blanco goes 6 feet 3 inches, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-3.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
This one in the air, center field. Cole moving under it. And there's one away. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
The Astros have some action in their pen. Brian Abreu, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. That one almost got him. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. And that drops in for a strike. Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. Christian Yelich crushes this one for the Brewers. It's now a 9-3 ball game. Bottom 9. And stepping in for the Astros, Zach Cole. Just missed.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Just off the outside edge. 2-1. Ground ball right side. Terang slings to first in time. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Aaron Ashby departs. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Grant Anderson. He's into the game with the bases empty. So a man aboard now with one away. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. On the ground to second, might be two. Here's Ortiz for one. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Houston Astros. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Hunter Brown. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Christian Yelich, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. That one off the mark. Full count now. Swings and misses, struck him out. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's out number two. This is Bryce Terang. Terang with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags. First pitch just misses.
Those 3 stolen bases in his last game, man, he made it look easy.
Didn't you swipe 3 bags in a game against the Tigers once?
Yeah, that was a fun game for me, but not so much for Brandon Inge, who was behind the dish that day.
2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that is that. Now here come the Astros, no score. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. We go to the bottom of the first. On the hill here today, Shane Drowan. What should we keep an eye on here?
Racked up a high pitch count last time, was only able to throw a couple of innings. He'll look to get deeper in this start today.
Digging in, Jeremy Pena. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Gone into the Crawford boxes. A home run. A solo shot. The Astros strike first. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Alvarez with another scorching run of play lately. Right through there for a strike.
threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down. He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Cam Smith.
And one of the most versatile players. He can bat anywhere in that order, and he can play anywhere on the field. Not just the outfield, the infield as well.
Here's Carlos Correa. Just missed. The changeup missing, and the count is 3-1. Makes a sliding stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Swing, a high fly ball, right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too.
Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
So 2 down. So next up for Houston, Christian Walker.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Swings over the top of that one.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
And it remains 2-2. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Here's the 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Houston, here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
drives, but it kicks off his glove. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop. Contreras on at first, nobody out. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! He circles the bases, and we're level. It's 2-2.
Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Next to hit, Andrew Vaughn. That one ripped right center field, and in one hops the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Fastball for a strike. Sliced hard but foul. And it's second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. There comes the throw. He'll score. The Brewers take the lead. 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Ball misses. Throw to second. He's safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Bounced up the middle. Altuve slings to first. 1 out in second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
That finds the mark on the inside corner.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Swing and a pop-up. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Here comes Christian Yelich. He's 0 for 1. Lined into right. And that is that. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Brewers 3 and the Astros 2. This is Astros baseball on the show. Bottom of the second. And stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
No, that's low. Ball.
Hard hit right side. He'll do it himself. That's one out the bottom of the second.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-1. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get it into motion.
There's a line drive to left field. That's a hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Back-to-back base hits. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw off the mark, and he's in there.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get two runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
2 on, 1 out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Second and third, one away. Here in the third and final game of the series. Got him looking for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Vasquez wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Jeremy Pena will hit next. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And that's in for a strike. That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 on, 2 outs. In the dirt, blocked. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. A 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here in Houston, Well, Singy, we talked him up at the top of the broadcast, firing on all cylinders coming in, but haven't seen the same dominance today.
Well, it's still early, but the sharpness hasn't quite been there. Feels like he's just one adjustment away from flipping the script.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
In the air, right field. Smith under it, and there's one down. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that one hammered. That's got a chance. And that gets down in the corner. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw bounces in, and he's safe. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Hit hard on the ground is short. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's the left fielder, Jake Bowers.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. And it is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 5-2.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Vaughn handling the duties at first, batting sixth in today's lineup. And his batting average this season is over 300. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And that misses. And that is ball one.
That's the ball.
Fought off foul. Fastball for a strike. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Payoff pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Now at the plate, Isaac Paredes. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. To third, and that chance handled. Play made. That ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3, and the deficit remains 5-2. Back here in Houston, well, Singy came into this one in a groove, but not so much today.
Yeah, Boogie, almost forget days like this are still possible. A lot of game left, though. Well, these Brewers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there. Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
That one's in there, and the count 1-2. Right side. Altuve sends it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 2 away now. Next for the Brewers, David Hamilton. First time up was a pop out. This ball's chopped on the ground. Pena. Now the throw to first on the run, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw safe.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Got him looking for the kill. Couldn't pull the trigger on it. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker.
Well, these Astros showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Relay to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Just missed.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Terang over to first in time. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And here is Cam Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Shane Thrower won't go any further, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, Brandon Woodruff.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Aim to score from third. And they cut the lead to 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
That's in for a strike. Woodruff, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Into center. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And now they trail by 1. 1 down. Christian Vasquez up next for the Astros. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. 0-2 now. Just misses there.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Singy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and that's the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Brewers 5 and the Astros 4. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That one found hard the other way.
Well, these Brewers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Two. That one missed. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Mancini, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Hunter Brown done for the day, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Number 46 on to pitch out of the pen here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now it's William Contreras. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Up the middle. Base hit into center field. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now the left fielder, Jake Bowers. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
Here's your 1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Contreras at first, 1 gone. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
You know, part of the key to making that back foot slider so effective as a strikeout pitch is being in an advantage count as a pitcher.
You really put that hitter at the plate on the defense when you get ahead 0-2. So a tight slider that bores in on you looks like something you have to go after.
Inside, almost got him. One run across in the frame so far, and we're at the top of the fifth. The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So one run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Astros baseball on the show. Houston back here at the ballpark. Let's check out the latest news from around the league.
These Astros putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Foul ball there. And the 0-1. Late swing fouled off. The Brewers leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. On the ground, out to short. In time to Vaughn. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes. He's already homered in this game.
No, that's out.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. In the dirt, ball 2. Hard hit left side. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Astros are down quietly. They trail it here 6-4. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Steven Oker taking over on the mound.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Oker in his 6th season. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Just missing there. Ball 1.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
And down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Brian King, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. De Los Santos, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. Hamilton having a lot more success on the road this season. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Always tough to turn two on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn two quickly.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Steven Oker departs. So a lefty out of the pen, Brian King.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Rengifo, the runner at first with two gone. Hard liner. And that'll do it. Milwaukee leaves one. Well, we go bottom six. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker. On the ground, Hamilton. Tosses to first, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Way back there, and that is gone. Jose Altuve will touch them all. And they cut into the deficit. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Down. So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. That clips the corner.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
The 0-2. And that just misses.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now. He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
On the ground to the left. In time, Duvall. And they got him.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there in the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And that's downstairs and outside. Right through there, got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Jose Altuve goes yard for the Astros. It's tightened up a bit at 6-5 now. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Angel De Los Santos.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
On the ground, right side. Altuve handles it, throws to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Nicely done for the out. So next it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, William Contreras. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And a strike on the outside edge. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Nobody left for Milwaukee. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Set for the last half of the 7th. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Christian Vasquez. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
In there at the knees. The Brewers holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. And now let's see if they force
manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brandon Woodruff won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Aaron Ashby takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. And that one fouled off. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 0-2. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. Man at first, one away.
Good to lay off that pitch down.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. Yordan Alvarez blasts one out. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 7-6.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. On the ground to third. Slinging it to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So now the Astros designated hitter, Isaac Paredes. He had a big swing, but he's got to go back to the first inning.
Yeah, they didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, man. He's looking for more right here. After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Ripped to short. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Yordan Alvarez goes yard for Houston. It's now a 7-6 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brian Abreu.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
The hit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And that one fouled off. Inside, ball 1.
Big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
And a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now here is Sal Freeland. Tap foul to plate. The 0-1. That one almost got him. The Astros trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Way out front for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Now this one gets away from the catcher. No advance, though. 2-2 now. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And it'll be runners at second and third, only one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
That one outside. Ball 1.
Don't be surprised to fall on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
And that is out of play.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And that's way high. And a count 2-1.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were set.
That's a little bit low. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run single. They lead it in the 8th.
It's a clutch at bat and could be one of the biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Bennett Sousa into the game.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
One down, runner at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, David Hamilton. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1. That one fouled off. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Fights it off, you'll see another. Struck him out looking.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Rip, but it curls foul. The 0-1. Ground ball left side to second. Altuve, inning over. Back here in Houston, well, it's been a fun game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next.
Here comes a new arm for the Brewers, Adner Uribe.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Yeah, slider misses down and away. Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Bounced up the middle. And that one handled. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
The Stros with the go-ahead run at the plate. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed. That one to first. Fired to second. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Smith in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
On the ground to first, but it kicks foul. 2 down, nobody on. And down on strikes he goes. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing there for Houston. We've got a good one here. It's 8-7. Now into the ball game on defense, Joey Loperfido. He takes over as the new first baseman. Well, 1-run game. Stepping in, Jackson Chourio. And a swing and a miss there. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Over to first. Awesome play there. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Sousa, in his 4th year, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Swings and misses, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Contreras now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-1. Base knock center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one guarding out of the zone. Got it. That ends the frame. Brewers strand one. And this remains a close one. It's 8-7. Back here in Houston, last chance for the home team. Jake Myers getting ready to hit. Trevor McGill comes out trying to close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
That one in triple digits.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Not in time. He's safe.
Tough play on a nice forehand stop. Had to be perfect right there with the exchange and throw to get the out, but looked like you had to dig into the glove a little bit more to get a good grip. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
One-run game, bottom 9. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. In the air, right field. One away. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Runner on the move. Pitch is low. Throw, and they got him.
Well, you can get away a little bit with not being so accurate when you've got such a great arm and you get rid of it quickly, and that's what happened right there. He made up for the lack of accuracy with excellent velocity. Nice job with the catch and throw right there.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
The Astros down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
And a final 8-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.